Hi everyone, welcome back to the controversial podcast. In today's video, we'll be talking about Helen Zell. Yes, we'll be talking about her again. I'm going to react on the interview that she had with the Newsroom Africa. She was interviewed by Olim Gambi. Mama Helen is already campaigning. She's the mayoral candidate in Johannesburg.
Rather prepare for it, rather do your best to support people in it to live a dignified life. But if you start with influx control and all the apartheid forced removals and all that sort of thing, it's not going to work. We do not want land invasions. That is an absolutely critical point. We can't accept land invasions, but we have to make sure that we streamline the red tape process, that we absolutely ensure that we are doing our best to get ahead of the game, which is not going to be possible. But if anybody thinks that a local government can get rid of shack settlements, they are dreaming.
She was speaking about how she's going to make Joburg work again in terms of service delivery. Now, I hear all of that, but I'm a bit concerned about Helen Zell, hey, especially when she talks about informal settlement. Now, I really have a problem with that. You cannot tell me that people who think can get rid of informal settlement are dreaming. It's not possible. No, it is possible. That one is possible. We are talking about people who are just grabbing the land because Malema told them that when you see a beautiful land, just grab it, it's yours. Most of the people who are living in the informal settlements are illegal foreigners. This thing of informal settlement is growing rapidly. She wants to be a mayor of Johannesburg, yet she says, you know what, we're going to continue with this plan, we will see what we can do. So what she's saying, basically, she's going to put running water and make sure people have a proper sewage system in the informal settlement. I'm talking about the people who stole the land. Unfortunately, we need to get rid of shacks, okay? We need to get rid of shacks. We need to deport illegal foreigners. And it's so painful because the government, especially the ruling party, has a plan for RDP houses for South Africans, but they are still failing dismally. There are some people who are very poor. I'm talking about black South Africans. People who are supposed to get RDPs, but they cannot get those because ANC is no longer building those houses. If they build them, they sell those houses. That's how corporates operate. They build those houses, then sell it. I'm talking about the houses that are supposed to be given for free, but they are selling it. Especially in Johannesburg, I'm not talking about something that I don't know. They will tell you it's RDP houses. The next thing, people are renting there and they will say, no, somebody has bought this house, but there's a budget for that. You know, it's not only that. There'll be budget for RDPs. Comrades will issue tenders. Then they will loot that money. And unfortunately, they won't build those houses. So it is a shame, man. And they will tell you, oh, we were supposed to do RDP houses here, but we couldn't. Look at Alexandra. At this day and age, we shouldn't be having places like Alexandra. Quite frankly, it's annoying to have people who are living in shacks because these are the people who are committing crime. We need to think about that. People who are responsible for informal settlements, I'm sorry to say this, are illegal foreigners. Helen Zell said, no, I don't like the idea of land invasion. But at the same time, she says, I cannot get rid of shacks. What do you mean? What do you mean when you say you don't like this thing of land invasion, but you cannot get rid of shacks? You know, this baffles me because Helen Zell doesn't want to transform the economy, especially for black people. She's just the same as the ANC. We thought that the ANC was going to transform the lives of black people, not only black people and also white people, but they do not care about black people. ANC only cares about enriching themselves, nothing else. We cannot accept inequalities here in South Africa. We need to address the issue of inequality here in South Africa. We need to redress the inequalities that were done by the apartheid system. You cannot say you're going to be comfortable in having shacks. You're going to be comfortable in having informal settlements. No, we can't accept that. If you have illegal foreigners who stole the land, arrest those people, deport those people, and force the law. Don't tell me the nonsense of not getting rid of shacks. Helen doesn't care about the dignity of black people. Because anyways, these illegal foreigners are black people. So she doesn't care about the dignity of Africans, basically. Let alone that they are here illegally. You cannot strip somebody's dignity like that. Look what Action SA is doing. In Tshwane, I've said it before, service delivery is not a rocket science. I mean, look at what Dr. Nasipi is doing in Tshwane. She's destroying illegal buildings. You know, she's not negotiating with criminals. She's not negotiating with illegal foreigners. She's not about that. I don't think we need Helen. I know someone said I'm not being honest on my videos. I need to be honest. I think it's Lindsay. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Lindsay. She said I need to be honest in my videos. Well, I'm being honest. We cannot have a leader that is going to tell you that she's not willing to get rid of shacks. What do you mean, ma'am? We need to deal with the issue of inequality. There's high unemployment in South Africa. One of the things that contributed to high unemployment rate, you know what it is? It is tenders. People are on a killing spree because of tenders. I'm talking about my own people, black people. I'm even ashamed that our black people are ruling. We had the Madlanga Commission. It's a shame that ANC is putting criminals first. They're enriching themselves and also criminals. If you are a whistleblower in South Africa, it's a huge problem because you are going to die. You know exactly that you'll be deleted and no one is going to be arrested. Thanks to the African National Congress, by the way. She even stated on the SMWX that she's not willing to get rid of tenders. Some tenders are not necessary. We need to insource. It's very important to insource. Now, you cannot outsource your garbage trucks. You cannot outsource those trucks. Municipalities need to take control so that they can hold people accountable. Some tenders are just stupid. People have tenders for collecting milk, for collecting tissues. Helen still said, no, I'll come up with a new system of tenders. We've seen what the DA has done in the Government of National Unity. They're enjoying the benefits now. They even voted for Cyril Ramaphosa, the most corrupt president. I'm talking about a man who hides his money under the mattresses. He's banking on the couch. He's banking dollars anyway. It's not rands. He's banking dollars. But the DA voted for that person to become a president of South Africa. Nah, I don't think DA will do a better job in Johannesburg. We need parties who are going to be patriotic. Action SA, I'm not a member of Action SA. We need Operation Dudula. Even VF Plus can do a better job in Johannesburg. ANC has failed. EFF is already governing in Ekurhuleni, but we've seen what is happening in Ekurhuleni. The KZN Provincial Commissioner, General Dlamkwanazi, exposed the shenanigans that are happening in Ekurhuleni municipality. EFF is rolling there. Somebody's going to say no, it's a coalition, but they are rolling there. So it's like they're always trying to blame people. I will say it again. I don't think Helen Zille is the better candidate for Johannesburg because we know what she's going to do. She's going to do well, maybe in Sandton, maybe in Bryanston. She's going to protect white people. But what about black people who are living in Soweto? Black people who are living in Diepsloot? Black people who are living in Vosloorus? I don't think black people are her priority. I'm not being racist. I'm not the one who likes to play a race card. But let's be honest. ANC also does not care about black people. They've been governing for 31 years, but nothing is changing. They used to talk about this 2030 plan, the vision that they have. They no longer talk about the 2030 plan, but South Africa is going down. Like it's sad, it's going down. How many Ket Matlalas there are outside? There are so many. I don't think Helen Zille is the best candidate. That's my opinion. If you don't like that, I don't know. There's absolutely nothing I'm going to say to you, but I don't think Helen Zille is the best candidate. We need a party that is going to unite South Africans. South Africa is a rainbow nation. You need to take care of black people. When I'm talking about black people, I'm talking about Indians, I'm talking about coloreds, I'm talking about Africans, and also white people. Other white people are struggling in this economy of Ramaphosa. We're all in this mess because of ANC. That's it for today. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe. Bye.